Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Tom English Podcast. This is the place where we make learning English feel as easy as a Sunday morning. I'm Alice, your host, and I am joined by the wonderful Tom. How are you today, Tom?
Oh, Alice, I am actually feeling fantastic today. Though, if I'm being honest, I've been struggling a little bit with my self-control lately.
Oh no, what happened, Tom? Don't tell me, did you go on another shopping spree? Did you buy another pair of those fancy leather shoes?
Yes. How on earth did you know? I saw them sitting in the shop window looking so shiny and perfect, and I couldn't say no. My feet felt like they were walking into the store all by themselves.
It happens to the best of us. Believe me, I've been there with handbags more times than I'd like to admit. But you know, Tom, self-control is a lot like a muscle. If you don't use it, it gets a bit weak, but you can definitely train it to be stronger.
A muscle? That's a very interesting way to put it. So you're saying I need to go to a gym for my brain. I can see myself now, lifting tiny weights with my forehead.
Exactly. That's a funny image, but it's true. Today, we're going to talk about exactly that, how to control those sudden impulses that lead us to buy things we don't need or eat things we're trying to avoid.
That is such a great topic. I think so many of our listeners struggle with this every single day, whether it's with shopping, food, or even just finding the willpower to sit down and study.
I totally agree. At its core, self-control is basically just the art of making better choices, even when every fiber of your being wants to do the exact opposite.
So it's like me saying no to my favorite double chocolate cake, even when the smell is filling the whole room?
Precisely. It's about looking at the long-term goal, like being healthy and fit, instead of just focusing on that short-term sugar rush feeling.
Ah, I see. The goal is to be healthy, but the feeling is I want sugar right this second. It's a constant battle between my future self and my hungry self.
You got it. It's the ability to wait for something better later on. And you know, Tom, this is so important for our English learners too, isn't it?
Oh, definitely. You need so much self-control to sit down and hit the books or listen to a podcast when you really just want to curl up and watch a mindless movie.
Exactly. It's about being the boss of your own life. I love that phrase. You aren't a slave to your whims, you're the one in the driver's seat.
The boss of your own life. I really love that, Alice. It makes me feel powerful. But why does it have to be so hard sometimes? Alice, let's be real for a second. Why is it so incredibly hard? Sometimes I feel like I have absolutely no power over my own decisions. It's like there's a little monster in my head making all the wrong calls.
I know that feeling all too well, Tom. The truth is, we are surrounded by temptations all the time. Our environment is basically a minefield of distractions. Take our phones, for example. They are probably the biggest challenge to our self-control in the modern world.
Ugh, don't even get me started on phones. I'll pick it up just to check the time, and suddenly I'm 2 hours deep into a rabbit hole of cat videos and cooking tutorials. It's like I fall into a trance.
We all do it. You tell yourself, I'll just check this one photo on Instagram, and before you know it, you look at the clock and it's midnight. You wonder where the time went, right?
Exactly. It's like a magic trick, but a bad one. Why does that happen to us? Is it just because we're lazy? Please tell me I'm not just lazy, Alice.
No, not at all, Tom. It's not about laziness. It's about biology. You see, our brains are hardwired to love easy rewards and quick fun. Scientists call it instant gratification.
Wait, let me see if I've got this straight. So the phone gives my brain a quick, easy reward, like a little splash of happy chemicals. But studying English gives a much slower reward that takes months to see.
Spot on. You are very smart, Tom. Self-control is the tool that helps us look past that quick, flashy reward and choose the slow reward instead. It's choosing the person you want to become over the person you are in this very second.
Wow. I really need to remember that next time I'm tempted to open social media during my study time. It's basically a battle between a cupcake now and a healthy body later, or a video now and a fluent conversation later.
Precisely. And it isn't just technology. Another huge area where we struggle is food. Do you find it hard to stop once you start snacking?
Oh, Alice, if I open a bag of potato chips, that bag is disappearing. I have to finish the whole thing. I try to be good, but once I taste that salt, it's game over.
Me too. It is so hard to have just one. I've actually started trying to hide my snacks in the very top cupboard so I can't see them, but my brain knows exactly where they are hiding.
It's like they're calling your name from the kitchen. Alice, come find us.
It really is. But actually, hiding them is a great first step. We have a saying for that. Out of sight, out of mind.
Out of sight, out of mind. That's a catchy phrase, Alice. What exactly does that mean in the world of self-control?
It means that if you don't see something, you are much less likely to think about it or crave it. Our eyes are like big on switches for our desires. If I leave a plate of cookies on the counter, I'm going to eat them. But if they are tucked away in a dark pantry, I might actually forget they exist.
Oh, that makes so much sense. So if I don't see the shoes in the window, I don't buy the shoes. I should probably start walking a different way to work so I don't pass that shop.
Exactly. It's a simple but powerful strategy. You change your environment to protect yourself from your own impulses. Now, what about procrastination, Tom? I know that's something you've mentioned before.
Oh, procrastination is my middle name, Alice. I do it a lot with my work. I'll have a big project due and I'll tell myself, I'll start in 10 minutes. But then those 10 minutes turn into 3 hours of organizing my sock drawer.
Procrastination is just another way we lose self-control. We're choosing comfort now over peace of mind later. We tell ourselves these tiny little lies just to feel better in the moment.
It's true. I always say, I'll definitely do it tomorrow. But then tomorrow comes and I say the exact same thing. Tomorrow never actually arrives, does it?
Sadly, no. To stop lying to ourselves, we have to be brutally honest. We need to look in the mirror and say, I am avoiding this task because it's difficult or because I'm afraid of failing.
Wow, that is very deep, Alice. It takes a lot of courage to be that honest with yourself. It's almost like being your own therapist.
It really does. But once you admit why you are avoiding something, you can start to break the habit. And speaking of habits, a lot of people get confused between self-control and motivation. What do you think, Tom? Are they the same thing?
Honestly, I always thought they were. I thought I needed to feel motivated to have the self-control to study English. If I'm not feeling it, I can't do it.
Actually, they are very different. Motivation is a feeling, and feelings are like the weather. They come and go. One minute it's sunny and you're excited, and the next minute it's raining and you want to stay in bed.
I never thought of it that way. So if I only work when I'm motivated, I'm basically waiting for the weather to be perfect. And we live in a world where it rains a lot.
Exactly. Self-control is doing the work even when the weather is terrible. It's about being a pro. You're right, Tom. Self-control is like a commitment you make to yourself. It's staying true to your word even when your mood changes. Think of it like a long walk. You might not feel like walking every single step, but you keep moving because you want to reach your destination.
Oh, I love that. Motivation is what gets you started, but self-control is what gets you across the finish line. I'm actually starting to feel like a pro already.
You are a natural. Now let's talk about another trap, money. Tom, how do you handle those big sale signs online?
Oh, those are dangerous. Sometimes I see a 50% off tag and I tell myself, Tom, you're basically saving money by spending it right now. It sounds so logical in my head, but my bank account definitely disagrees.
That is a classic trap. I'm saving money by spending it. We've all said that lie to ourselves. To beat this, I use the 24-hour rule. Before I buy anything that isn't a necessity, I have to wait one full day.
24 hours? Does that really work, or do I just spend the whole night dreaming about the item?
It works wonders. Usually by the next morning, that must-have feeling has totally disappeared. The excitement fades and my logical brain wakes up.
Thinking. That is a fantastic tip. I'm going to try that. One day of waiting to save $100, that's a good trade. But Alice, what if I fail? What if I have a moment of weakness and buy the shoes or eat the whole box of cookies?
Warm and empathetic. That is such an important question. Listen closely because this is where most people give up. We are all human, Tom. Mistakes happen. Have you ever heard of the flat tire metaphor?
Thinking. A flat tire. No, tell me more.
Expressive tone. Imagine you are driving your car and you get a flat tire. Do you get out of the car, take a hammer, and smash the other 3 tires just because one is broken?
Laughing. No, of course not. That would be crazy. I just fix the one tire and keep driving.
Exactly. But people do that with their goals all the time. They eat one cookie, feel like they failed, and then say, well, my diet's ruined anyway. I might as well eat a whole pizza and a tub of ice cream.
Wow, I do that all the time. I call it the I already failed trap.
Nodding. Don't do it. If you make a mistake, just acknowledge it and get back on track immediately. One missed day of English study doesn't mean you failed. It just means you need to start again today.
Determined. Get back on track. I really like that expression. It feels so much kinder than I failed. It's about being a better version of yourself, not a perfect robot.
You've hit the nail on the head, Tom. Self-control isn't about being perfect, it's about being resilient. Before we dive into our next tip, I want to say a huge thank you to everyone listening. If you're enjoying this chat, don't forget to like the video and subscribe. It really helps our community grow.
Yes, and if you're still with us, comment the word balance down below. We love seeing who is staying focused with us.
Great word choice. Now, Tom, let's talk about a secret weapon for self-control: habits. Did you know that if you have strong habits, you actually need less willpower?
Wait, really? I thought habits and self-control were the same thing. How does that work?
Well, habits are things we do without thinking, like brushing your teeth. If you decide that you always study English at 8 p.m., after a few weeks, your brain stops arguing with you. It just becomes automatic.
Oh, that sounds so much easier than fighting with myself every single night. My brain is such a lawyer. It always tries to argue its way out of work.
Exactly. But building that habit takes a little bit of self-control at the start. The trick is to start small. Don't try to study for 3 hours on day 1. Just start with 5 minutes.
Just 5 minutes? That's it? That seems almost too easy.
That's the point. 5 minutes is easy to say yes to, and once you actually sit down and start, it's much easier to keep going. It's the starting that's the hardest part.
Okay, I can do 5 minutes. I can do 5 minutes of anything. But Alice, what about those moments where I feel a really strong impulse, like when I'm suddenly very angry or frustrated?
Emotional self-control is definitely the hardest level of the game. When we're angry, we often say things we regret later. We've all been there, especially when we're hangry.
Hangry. Oh, that is me 100%. If I'm hungry and angry at the same time, I'm a different person. I've said some really mean things to my brother just because I hadn't had lunch yet.
It's a real thing. When you feel that heat rising, the best thing you can do is just pause. Take one deep breath.
Just one breath? Does that really fix everything?
It doesn't fix the problem, but it gives your brain a timeout. It moves the energy from your emotional center to your logical center. Counting to 10 is a classic tip for a reason. It actually works.
Okay, I'm going to try that. Next time my brother annoys me, I'll count to 10 before I open my mouth. Wish me luck, Alice.
You can do it, Tom. It's all about those small wins. And you'll find that as you master yourself, other parts of your life, like your career, start to get better too. It's true, Tom. Self-control is a universal key. Think about it. A boss who can't control their temper or a professional who is always late doesn't usually stay successful for long. Discipline and patience are actually very attractive qualities in a career.
So, by practicing these small things like making my bed or waiting 24 hours to buy shoes, I'm actually training myself to be a better professional and a better student?
Exactly. It's all connected. In fact, some people say self-control is the ultimate form of freedom.
Freedom? That's funny. I always thought self-control was like being in a tiny prison where I can't have any fun.
I know, right? But think about it this way. A person with no self-control is like a car with no brakes.
Oh, that is a dangerous car. You just be flying down the road, hitting everything in your path.
Precisely. You need the brakes to stay on the road and actually reach the destination you chose. Without them, you're just a slave to every random desire that pops into your head. Real freedom is the ability to say no to the small things so you can say yes to the big things.
Wow, Alice, that's a powerful image. I'm the driver and self-control is my braking system. I love your metaphors. They make everything so clear.
I'm so glad they help. And here's one more secret tip for our listeners: sleep.
Sleep? Does sleeping really help me stay in control of my cravings?
Absolutely. When we're tired, our brain is physically weaker. It starts hunting for easy hits of dopamine, the happy chemical, which usually means sugar, social media, and impulsive shopping. If you sleep 8 hours, you're actually giving your willpower a full recharge.
Well, that is the best advice yet. I can improve my life just by taking a nap. I am definitely going to bed early tonight. My future self is going to be so happy in the morning.
He definitely will be. And remember, everyone, you don't have to do this alone. Accountability helps so much. Tell a friend about your goals. Having someone cheer for you or just check in on you makes the hard days much easier.
That's why our community here is so special. We're all in this together, driving toward fluency and better versions of ourselves. I'm feeling so encouraged now, Alice. I might even make my bed tomorrow morning as a small win.
That's the spirit. Start today with one tiny victory. Thank you so much for sharing your journey with us, Tom. This was such a helpful conversation.
Thank you, Alice. I've learned so much. I'm ready to handle that next sale sign with a 24-hour wait and a deep breath.
And thank you to all our wonderful listeners. Keep practicing, stay patient with yourselves, and remember, every small step counts. Don't look at how far you have to go. Look at how far you've already come.
Goodbye, everyone. You're doing a great job.
See you in the next episode. Goodbye.